Hey y'all, what's up? It is your girl Kelly, back with you guys once again. This is the second video of the day. This is the Unbecoming podcast. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. If you're new here, I really hope that you will click subscribe. And if you're not new here, thank you so much for coming back and watching the videos, guys. I really appreciate it. And I would love it if everyone who watched this video would just click subscribe. If you could maybe give me a like, whatever you want to do, I would so appreciate it, guys. I want to interact with you guys. I want to get to know you. Let's get to know each other. And welcome again to the podcast. And guys, what are we talking about today on this episode? Well, we're talking about, guys, the climate emergency. Are you scared? Are you scared of the climate monster yet, guys? If you're not, after this episode, maybe you will be. Let me know in the comments, guys, how you feel before and after this episode. Do you think that there's a climate emergency? Do you think that climate change is all bullshit? Please let me know, guys. I know how I feel, and we're going to get into that right now today on on this podcast, the Unbecoming podcast, and I thank you for joining me, guys. So, I want to kick it right on over to Madam Vice President, Miss Kamala Harris, the woman of so many diverse and so many coherent words and phrases. I mean, she is the queen, guys. The queen of words. This woman, if anybody had a way with words, it's Kamala Harris. So I want to get into her statements about how we're going to work on climate change together, guys. So we'll kick it over right on over to Kamala Harris. And let's get into it, guys. Let's see. Okay, this is the wrong thing. Okay, so no. Here we go. From the Blaze TV, or theblaze.com. Kamala Harris, everyone.
That is especially true when it comes to the climate crisis, which is why we will work together and continue to work together.
And then work together.
To address these issues, to tackle these challenges, and to work together as we continue to work operating from the new norms, rules, and agreements that we will convene to work together on to galvanize global action. With that, I thank you all. This is a matter of urgent priority for all of us, and I know we will work on this together.
Oh.
That is especially...
But wait, are we going to work on this together? Because I'm not sure. Your words are kind of vague, and I just don't know if we're going to do this together or if we're going to do this separately. So, Kamala, can you clear it up? Can you clean it up? Can you please let me know, are we doing this together? Because it's not clear. You're not being very clear. So let's read the quote again. Guys, this is reposted from RNC Research, and this is an article from theblaze.com. And the quote from our great Madam President is, "We will work together and continue to work together to address these issues, to tackle these challenges, and to work together as we continue to work, operating from the new norms, rules, and agreements that we will convene to work together." More bullshit words. We will work together. So, guys, I mean, I'm still unclear whether or not we're going to do this together or separately, but Kamala Harris has a way with words that quite literally no one else does. So, Blaze, whoever wrote this article, which doesn't say right here, it just says Blaze TV staff, oddly enough, more classic hits from the great wordsmith. Could she actually be worse than Brandon? And the answer to that is no. No one's worse than Brandon. But she is the great wordsmith of our time. She is Kamala Harris. She is going to work together with you guys to combat climate change. So, let me know if you're ready in the comments, guys. If you're ready for this Kamala Harris coming at you with the work together statements. And let me know how you feel, guys. Do you want to work with her? I don't, personally. So, I just wanted to kick it off with that video because it was just the utter epitome of what is going on in this country and the leaders that we have in place that are so idiotic and so illiterate. I'm not even illiterate, but like just utterly stupid, honestly. Stupid is like the perfect word for Kamala Harris, for Joe Biden, for Nancy Pelosi, all of our leaders who just, I don't know if it's sheer stupidity or if it's actually malice, but either way, it's bad. And this whole climate agenda that is happening right now in our country and really around the world, it's kind of scary when you think about it, guys, because what they're trying to do is equivalent to what they did during COVID, but on like a larger scale. So they're really shooting for eventual climate lockdowns, things like that. They want to make it to where people are scared to go outside. People are scared to consume like fossil fuels and gas and things like that. People, they have brainwashed people on a mass scale when it comes to climate change. And I will tell you my opinion right now, right at the offset of this video. Like, I'm a climate I guess you call me a climate denier. Okay, so in the I guess like in the meaning of the word, that I do not believe that humans have such a great impact on the climate as everyone claims that we do. And if we did have such a great impact, I do not believe there's anything that we can do to reverse course at this point to change the way the world is going to cycle through itself. Okay, the world, our planet, is so great. It is so amazing. It has sustained other life forces that were completely different than the human race. Like, if we believe that dinosaurs existed millions of years ago on this planet, then how do we think as humans? And yes, obviously, humans are more intelligent than dinosaurs. We are of God. We are a greater species. So yes, we might be able to develop technology that has an impact on the climate in the ways that, like, you know, carbon is set off into the atmosphere, and, you know, fossil fuels that are being burned, you know. But at the end of the day, if you want to get into the scientific aspect of it, whatever we are doing here on this planet as tiny little specks that exist on it, okay, we are very small in this universe and on this planet. And I just don't believe that the world existing billions of years before us and will continue to exist billions of years after we're gone, I don't think that we can really make that much of an impact on this planet. And I think that you are self-aggrandizing and you are just being foolish if you think that, you know, we as humans can make a change in the Earth's atmosphere and what the Earth chooses to do. You know, yes, there is the conspiracy of, like, weather manipulation and things like that. And that's a whole different video that we can get into later, guys. But, you know, if there is weather manipulation going on, it still doesn't trump what Mother Nature has in store for her own planet. So I just think that, like, we're being a little bit, like I said, a little bit grandiose here, and we're trying to play God here when it comes to, like, all these climate change activists and people who scream and cry and go on about climate change and try to say that we as humans need to completely upend our way of life and upend the way that we have been doing things for hundreds, thousands of years. And we have created a society that is great. And honestly, it's been the best it's ever been. And just because we think now, the bigger thing is like, oh, we need to go and fix the climate, as if we have any hand in that. I'm sorry, guys. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. So I would love to know what y'all think. And especially when it comes to the impact and the effect that it's going to have on people who, you know, don't really have much, you know, like people that are poor and in countries that are developing, things like that. Like, how is that supposed to fare for those countries when we in these, you know, countries like America and European countries are sitting up here talking about, you know, green energy and getting electric vehicles. Some countries don't even have those things. Some countries don't even have vehicles. Some countries don't even have electricity. How are we to sit up here and dictate what the rest of the world is going to do to quote unquote save the planet, or for this green, you know, this green ideology, this green agenda? It's very disgusting to me, and it just doesn't sit right with my soul. It does not sit right with my heart to know that we are going to try to dictate to countries that don't even have electricity or vehicles that they need to become green, that they need to stop burning coal or whatever it is that they burn in their countries to survive. And we need to tell farmers that they have to have all these regulations on them. It just doesn't sit right with me, guys, because everyone at the end of the day is just trying to make a living, and they're just trying to do what's right for their families. They're trying to just live on this planet, raise families, be a good member of society. And these climate change activists, who are honestly bored, if you ask me, come in and try to tell everyone else how we have to live, how we need to do things, how we need to transition over to this, that, or the other forms of energy. It is very disingenuous, and it is very disingenuous and very ideologically retarded, if you ask me, because it's not up to us. It is not up to us. How self-important do you have to feel to try to go on and tell other people that operate farms and that just have small family businesses that they need to spend money, like large amounts of money, to make it to where that they are compliant with this green agenda? It's bullshit, guys. It really is. So I just want to play, if I can, I don't know if it'll be able to play the video itself, but this video of these Dutch farmers. And this is from Sky News, Australia.
But everyday, hard-working Dutch family farmers and others are now involved in massive and growing protests, hardly surprising, with tractor blockades, manure being dumped on government buildings or places, and there are accusations of the Dutch secret police infiltrating the protesters, the same playbook used by Trudeau, allegedly.
Fuck Trudeau, by the way.
And overnight,
sorry, pause. I just want to have a fuck Trudeau moment, because fuck him. And pardon the language, but I applaud. Like, these Dutch farmers, I love it. I love it. I love it. It gives me Canadian trucker energy, and we love that energy, guys. So keep doing what you're doing. We love to see this. But fuck Trudeau. I hate that guy. Like, I literally hate that guy. And, you know, we as people like this, like people like Dutch farmers, like Canadian truckers, we have got to come together. Because at the end of the day, the elite and the people that want to impose their viewpoints on you, a farmer or a trucker or somebody with a family or a service industry worker, whoever you are, you're just trying to live your life, and these people want to impose their views onto your life, make it harder for you, make it more difficult to live your daily life, and to just do something as simple as farming. Like, why is the government coming in and trying to tell farmers that they need to cut production, that they need to, like, burn crops or whatever it is that they try to tell these people to do because they're producing too much carbon, or because they're, you know, whatever the reason is? It's disgusting, and it needs to stop.
Or even accusations of shots being fired.
Shots being fired on these farmers.
When your national government gets penetrated by globalist activists from the World Economic Forum. Oh, does that sound like a conspiracy theory? Yes, it does. But alas, it's not me saying it. It's dear old Klaus Schwab back in 2017.
Oh, Klaus
fessing up
Schwab.
to what the World Economic
Wow.
Forum is really up to.
And mention our names like Mrs. Merkel,
This fucking Bond villain.
even, Vladimir Putin, and so on. They all have been young global leaders of the World Economic Forum. But what we are very proud of now is the young generation, like Prime Minister Trudeau,
Fuck that guy.
President of Argentina, and so on, that we penetrate the cabinets.
Wow.
So yesterday I was at a reception and I know that half of this cabinet, or even more, half of this cabinet, are for our actually young global leaders of the World Economic Forum.
Wow. Like, if that doesn't scare you, these two guys, these two old guys sitting up here and trying to tell you about your world leaders that you think are elected by you, by your people, and you're hearing this man straight up tell you that this is all pretty much planned. This is all pretty much people that they put into place. People that are bought and paid for. I mean, wow. It's disgusting, honestly. So please pray for the Dutch farmers, guys. We're with you all the way. We support you. And we're with you, because at least I am on this channel. And I hope that you guys feel the same. So, I just wanted to get into a couple more stories, guys, about these activists and the crazy things that they do. So here is an article from the Daily Mail. So, no surrender to the eco mob in France. Hero drivers and police drag climate activists off the road as they attempt to block traffic near Paris. So, we've seen these videos, guys. I'm sure you've seen them. I've seen them, of these climate activists sitting in the road for climate change. Like, what are you doing? Like, what is the point of this? What do you hope to achieve by blocking people's way? And it's the same thing in these riots, in these, like, race riots that go on in the United States. What are you hoping to achieve by blocking traffic and just making everyone's life worse? Okay, so your life sucks, you're bored, and you want to have a cause. So you go into the road and you block traffic. People that might need help. People that might be getting to work. People that might lose a job because they're late for like the third, who knows what these people's situations are. But here you are, an activist who feels that you can go into the road, into a public road that everyone pays for. Probably not you as an activist idiot who is blocking traffic, but everyone else pays to drive on these roads, and here you are blocking traffic, making everyone's life worse because you're bored. Okay, I'm with these people that drag the people off the highways. That's big energy, y'all. Like the same energy that, like, if I were to ever come to a blockade of human beings in the middle of a road and I was driving away, like, I'm going to keep driving. I'm going to drive at a safe speed to make sure I don't hurt anybody, because we disavow violence at all costs, at all, all violence we disavow. So, but I'm going to keep driving my vehicle because that is what it's for. And that's what the roads are for. So, all these climate activists that block traffic, you're a nuisance to society. These people here, all these people are trying to probably get to work. They're trying to get home. They're had a long day. And, they might have an important meeting to go to. They might have like a life-changing meeting. And here you are, sitting with your stupid orange vests. I'm sorry. No. Take the vest off. I don't give a fuck. If you're going to block traffic, we don't need to see you. You're sitting in the road. You deserve, honestly, to be run over. And we disavow all violence. But you deserve it. So, let's see this video from Paris before I get all worked up. And let's watch it, guys. if we can even stand it, because I literally might blow a fucking gasket over this. I mean, this shit pisses me off. Like, what are you doing? And if this video doesn't play in 2 seconds, I'm literally moving on. Okay, great. So, we're gonna watch this here and see if this plays. There we go. Absolute move. He's saying move, move. Move your entire ass. Ridiculous. The motorcycles, lucky. Yep. Okay. So, yes! Is this guy got her by the hair? No, you're too late now. Look at them doing a thing. Look at them doing a thing. Wow. Look at this, y'all. They're raising their hands. Wow. No. If I was this guy, ran over every single one of them. Ran over. I'm sorry, but no. If I was the van, it would have been open season, disavowing all violence. Of course, I would have slowly driven my car into the people that were blocking the road, and I would have simply said, look, I have slow reaction times. I don't see you. So we're going to pause that right there. Hopefully this won't play. Let me just turn it down here. And we're going to move on to the next. Oh my God, of course. Daily Mail is full of bull, okay? You guys you suck. I want to see this person getting dragged by the hair. Oh my God. Of course. Do y'all see the ads? The amount of ads on dailymail.com? Like, what? I just want to see this. Okay. Yes! That's great. That's great, because just who do you think you are? And here comes the police with their non-lethal weapons, you know. They arrived at 9:30 a.m. and were able to clear the blockade, though kilometers of traffic had built up. The group walked across a lane of traffic so they can block the vehicles headed towards the Capitol. They sit down in front of the cars and unfurl banners, but they are very quickly met by motorists who start dragging their banners and them away. Some cars and motorbikes get through while the activists keep trying to block the road despite the police presence. Eventually the blockade is ended and cars are able to drive towards Paris. So, what do y'all think about this, guys? There was another video I wanted to see down here. This was more recent in Italy. So let's see if we can watch this one, because this guy was also epic. This one right here, he was just dragging the fuck out of these people. If this one will play, probably not. Just absolutely ridiculous. And now they're going as far to like tape themselves or like glue themselves to the road. Like, what is this? In the UK, activists often glue themselves to the road to make it more difficult to drag them off. I'm sorry, your cause becomes obsolete. Your cause becomes a laughing matter when you do things like this. It shows also that you're not being very genuine, and you're not doing this for any other thing other than to get attention and to, you know, for your own like self-betterment. I don't know, for your own self-gratification, because it's not for the climate. What does you gluing your hand to the road have to do with the climate? Please tell me that, because there's no way you're going to get people to stop driving. Like, I'm sorry, people are going to have to drive still. Many, many years, many decades, many centuries into the future. As long as we have vehicles, people are going to have to drive. So this is in Rome, guys. This guy is epic. Epic! Love to see that. This is what we have to do. This is what we have to do. We have to take their signs. He should have taken that sign and fucking burned it. Or put it in his car. Yes, drag them out the way. Let the people through. Let them through. Let them through. That's right. Thank you. These pathetic excuses for people. Pathetic. Absolutely ridiculous. Let them get run over. Take their signs. This is absolutely ridiculous. There's 5 of them. 5. We don't care. People are angry. And they are not down with the shits no more. And I love this. This is what we have to do, guys. So, not only are they gluing themselves to roads, y'all, they're gluing themselves to works of art. So, there were people in the UK, climate activists, who glued their hands to a famous Van Gogh painting. So, they are doing this all over Europe, and they have shirts that say "Just Stop Oil," or they spray paint, like in one instance, "No New Oil, Just Stop Oil." This is the same group, guys. They are gluing their hands to paintings, thinking that this is doing something. What are you doing for the climate by gluing your hand to a piece of wood that is attached to a work of art? Please tell me how that helps the climate, because I'm pretty sure it does nothing for you. Here's another one. The group modified a John Constable painting on Monday before attaching themselves to the frame. JSO has glued themselves to the frames of 5 paintings in the past week. So JSO is Just Stop Oil. And they are identified the demonstrators at the National Gallery as students, Hannah Hunt and Iban Lazarus. So these are these 2 people here who apparently defaced this painting and then glued themselves to the frame. What does that do for the climate? Please, guys, let me know in the comments. This is so disgusting. This is so just childish. It's like, if you have a cause and you want it to be heard, you need to go about it in a way that does not put everyone else's life, everyone else's just ability and their right to go through life unharassed and unmolested. Like, what gives you that right to force your view down everyone's throat and make you think that you have the right to tell people, I'm right about this, I'm right, like my way of thinking is so right that you all need to change because you're wrong. How dare you? Like, how dare you? It just really gets me going, guys. It gives the people what they want because it gets me going. I mean, these people are narcissists, they are sociopaths, and they need to be stopped. So, let me know what y'all think, guys. The last thing I want to get into today is about the Georgia Guidestones, okay? So, they ended up just demolishing the entire site, and this was a site that I had heard of before. Apparently, it was kind of like the North American, what's it called? Stonehenge, where it was this, this structure basically in Georgia that had these pillars. Like, this is a video of it getting demolished because after it was initially what's it called, destroyed, or it was initially damaged by whoever it was that damaged this structure. Georgia ended up just actually blowing up and demolishing the entire thing. So let's watch this video of the GBI, which is the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, is releasing surveillance video from the morning's explosion that destroyed the Georgia guidelines. So let's watch this. This is the car, apparently, in question, of the person that set off these explosives in Georgia. And here is a further video. There's the explosion, okay? I don't see, that's a car leaving the scene shortly after the explosion. I guess that was the car here that they shared in the first video. And it says, for safety reasons, the structure has been completely demolished. So what did the Georgia guidelines say? And what was it? Like I said, it was like the North American Stonehenge, quote unquote, America Stonehenge. I'm sorry. And it is a 19-foot set of granite monoliths that serve as an astronomical calendar and are engraved with a 10-part list of instructions regarding the conservation of mankind. The text is written in 8 contemporary languages: English, Spanish, Swahili, Hindi, Hebrew, Arabic, Chinese, and Russian, and 4 ancient languages: Babylonian, cuneiform, Classical Greek, Sanskrit, and Egyptian hieroglyphics. The text reads, or it read, I should say, because it's no more. The structure is completely demolished, but this is what it said when it did exist. Number 1, maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. So guys, 500 million, there's 7 point, I think, 3 or something like that. So, like over 7 billion people that exist on this planet right now. So the Georgia guidelines, which I believe was like it first appeared, or the structure was built up in like the 1980s, and so at that time there was way more than 500 million people. So this is not some sort of like ancient structure. Like, this is fairly new. And so what did they mean by 500 million in perpetual balance with nature? So does that mean that someone out there somewhere who constructed this monument thinks that there should be like 7 billion people who should be killed? Like, is that what they mean by this? Because that's kind of what it seems like. So let's continue on with the list. Number 2, guide reproduction wisely, improving fitness and diversity. Number 3, unite humanity with a living new language. That's weird, because there's many languages all over the world. How can we only have one language? That seems a little globalistic to me, right? So continuing, number 4, rule passion, faith, tradition, and all things with tempered reason. Number 5, protect people and nations with fair laws and just courts. Number 6, let all nations rule internally, resolving external disputes in a world court. Number 7, avoid petty laws and useless officials. Number 8, balance personal rights with social duties. Number 9, balance truth, beauty, love, seeking harmony with the infinite. And number 10, be not a cancer on the earth. Leave room for nature. Leave room for nature. Okay. So some of those things sound pretty okay. Like, they sound like, okay, that's, that common sense. We can get behind that. Some of the other things sound a little bit more, like, I don't know, just not right. And they sound like very globalistic or very apocalyptic or what have you, of that nature. And it just makes you wonder who actually built these structures. So the original sponsors of the Guidestones have remained unclear since the unveiling of the structure in 1979, along with the structure's actual meaning. The Guidestones have become a major tourist attraction in Georgia, drawing 10,000 visitors every year, according to the Elbert County Chamber of Commerce. However, the mysterious nature of the structure has also drawn the attention of conspiracy theorists, some of whom claim that the structure is satanic or meant to usher in a totalitarian world government, according to the Smithsonian Magazine. So what do you guys think about the Georgia Guidelines? And what do y'all think about somebody damaging it? I would love to know who the person is. I would love to know a little bit more about this. This is one of those things where I feel like I could do a further or like a future video on this. Let me know if that's something you guys want to see. I might just go ahead and do it, even, no matter what, because it interests me. I'm a conspiracy theorist. As you guys know, I have my tinfoil hat firmly placed upon my head. So I can get into it, guys. I can get into the theories. I can get into the alternate realities. I can get into it all. So I would love to know what y'all think about it. And if you guys think that there is anything behind this conspiracy theory about the Georgia guidelines, is it satanic? Is the person who did it a hero? Like, I tend to think that, like, whoever this person is, obviously is, like, anti-globalist and anti-population control, World Economic Health Forum and all these crazy fucks who want to come in here and they want to control our lives. They do, guys. They just do. I don't know why they do, but they do. So I'd love to know y'all's thoughts, guys. Please like this video if you like it. Please hit subscribe, y'all. I would love to get your subscription to this channel. I would love to see that, y'all. And let me know what you think about Kamala Harris. Let me know what you think about the climate activists. Like, y'all know what I think. So I need your thoughts now. So please, guys, let me know in the comments section. And I will be seeing you guys next time. Until then, bye, y'all.